Right, evening guys, or whatever part of the day it is for you right now. It's a great opening, but I can't do that twice. Well, I could again in a few minutes. Anywho, so I'm going to give a quick overview on the machine there, the 6x6 in a second, just because the last, or not last video, but the this is kind of a follow-up to the I'm Not Dead video, where I'm not dead. I got a bunch of things wrong with my back. I can't remember what's the last thing I told you guys, so I'll go over that real quick. 1 degenerative disc, 2 herniated discs. I got a problem that's affecting the sciatic nerve in my leg, and then I got bursitis in my right leg and arthritis in my left hip, and something to do with a bone in my right foot that I don't really care about because it's over 20 years old and I can't do anything about it anyways. So that being said, in the I'm Not Dead Yet video, I mentioned that I'm not getting out much. If you guys want to see a video or an overview of something, name it. And one guy, I can't remember who you are right now, I'm sorry, but there was one guy, and if it was you, this is for you. I was going to do a review on the 6x6, so I'm going to do that now because I'm in one of those cold spots right now. Calgary's been floating around between minus, I think, 15 or 17 on the warmest day, and then minus 35, minus 38, I think, on the coldest day for the last week and a half. And it's going to be like for about another week, and there's another 17 centimeters or so of snow coming, which a lot of you of our American friends down there are not sure what I'm talking about. Approximately that much snow on the weekend. And I live in Calgary, where we don't get a lot of snow, and a lot of people don't believe in winter tires or driving properly in the winter, so that's the biggest problem that we have when snow hits us and it's cold. The traffic gets horrible in Calgary. But anywho, I'm not getting out to do much trailing, and I don't do a lot of indoor RCing. I got my Orlando track that I borderline never use that I made for Trekkers 2011. It was like the first video I ever made or something like that. It's a long time ago. I got that, and then there's yeah, about it for indoor RC for me. So anywho, I was going to do an overview of this guy, and I guess it starts now. Okay, so there's the 6x6. The plow's coming off, maybe not tonight, but soon. I'm going to get this thing back on the trail because it's an absolute beast on the trail. But before I start the overview, I'm just going to say real quick that great plow. If you guys are thinking about getting one, that is an awesome plow from RC4Wheel Drive. I was going to say that this is a design flaw, and maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but that servo sits really close to the ground. And suspension lifted and all that, still really tight. You can get shorter body servos, which I didn't do, but you can fix that issue. Other than that, it's a wicked setup. It does work. I got a video on it. If you've seen that, if you've seen this, you've probably seen that video. But anywho, so the body's not on there right, or else it'd look a little sharper. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. I should be. So to start, I did not build this truck. I kind of don't want to name who built it. Great guy and all that jazz. I just don't want to give him like 20 million, or no, okay, 20 or 30 hits or whatever on his Instagram of people asking him to build him one. Anywho, so this started out as an RTR Dingo many, many years ago. I got that in 2011 or something like that, I think. So in the back, you just get another axial chassis, cut it, and then it's just bolted together, right so. And these big plates are also being used for the links that go to the back. So there's not much to a 6x6 other than building your own links. You kind of have to work on your own drive shaft to get that happening, because I don't, well, you could probably buy them that short, but dude who made this took an MIP and cut it down, put it back on. Then in the center of the truck, the center diff. Now, remember, I'm trying to say these things as a guy who's never looked at a 6x6 before, so if you've seen a 6x6 before and you're like, oh, you're doing that wrong, or I got a different way of doing it, I'm sure there's a billion ways to get this thing done. But I'm showing you how this one is done just to give other people an idea on how to make their own. Now, the center diff, pretty easy. All you do is get 2 of these halves, right? So you get 2 of those, and you put the 2 of them together, set of gears in there, 2 outputs. Now you got to remember that this shaft and this shaft are now turning at opposite directions. So when you put this rear axle on, you got to make sure that it's upside down. See how there's those pieces right there? They're really worn off now over the years, but in the holes right there, that's the top of an axle, so that axle's been flipped so the tires rotate in the same direction. And then your links, and I'm sure that you can do leaf springs. Mud made one out of an RC4Wheel Drive, and he's got leaf springs on his, I believe, his 6x6. But other than that, it's not like it's a lot of work, and so like you can make your wheelbase whatever you want for whatever size of tires you're going to run. I could put bigger tires on this, but between making your own links, shortening that up, this is all off the shelf parts. You don't really have to do anything for that. That's just a normal axle, nothing special. Make your links, get these plates or something made up similar so you have a place to attach your links to. And other than that, that's what you got to do. Now I also have had questions. I've also had questions before about the dual motor setup. Now when I first got this truck back from the builder, I had numerous motor combos. I did start with a single. These are DeWalt motors, 12 volt. Oh man, it's been a long time. N056189, if I remember correctly, is the part number. So that's on a normal axial transmission with a dual motor plate with two 12 volt DeWalt motors, running one with an 18 tooth and one with a 16 tooth. I got that idea from Medic. He was running dual motor Tekin something or other on something where he gets both torque and speed out of it, and he's right. I got more torque and more speed out of it by doing that. So that's a great idea, and it does work. And then the ESC choices, the VXL. I'm sure a lot of you guys are asking, why did you go to Traxxas on a trail truck? I'm like, as ESCs go, I've said this before, and people will argue with me, but I think the VXL is one of the greatest ESCs you can buy out of the box for damn near any purpose. One reason is waterproof. Another reason is 2-cell or 3-cell without programming. It's brushed or brushless without programming. Yes, you can be on the trail running this with a brushed system. That motor dies. You can plug in a brushless or brush without telling it anything, and it knows what's going on. That's pretty rare in an ESC. And then the only downfall is the double tap to reverse and the lack of a drag brake. But in the 6x6 with the dual brush motor setup, I don't have to worry about a drag brake. It's unnecessary. It'll stop on a downcline, ascent, whatever you want to call it. And it works great. It runs 2-cell or 3-cell. So, for me, this setup works fantastic. That's about it. There's probably some little glaring thing that I missed. I was just upstairs doing some editing, and yes, there is something else I forgot. That ESC is also, I believe, 200 amps and no motor limit. So if you don't know the motor limit thing, I'm thinking that the DeWalts are around a 21 turn or something like that, possibly a 27, but I think they're 21. So if a ESC has a motor turn limit of, say, like 10 turn or 13 turn, that means if you took two 20-turn motors and run them off the same ESC, that now acts as a 10-turn motor. So if you have two 30 turns, that acts like a 15-turn. The VXL, no motor limit. You can put on anything you want. You want to run dual 21 turns, like I think I might be, no problem. And I've never had a heat issue. So, yeah. It's really hard to say bad stuff about that ESC when you put it through a really tough situation, because it'll survive damn near anything. That's about it. If there's anything else you guys want to know, comment down below, let me know, and you guys have a good one. I'll see you in the spring.